what are some of the myths relating to finances or money management?
Well, of course, you know that we have all grown up with lots of myths.
Mm.
Uh, well, our parents used to say that when people are rich people are regarded as being stingy. We
I've
often
heard that,
think
yeah.
that if we become rich,
Mm-hmm.
then we are going to be mean.
Mm.
We often think that we cannot acquire wealth
Mm-hmm.
because only certain types of people can acquire wealth. We
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
grew up with the belief that money is scarce, there is not enough money to go around.
Mm-mm.
And lots of times, what we believe, what we think is based on what we believe, and
Mm-mm.
the way we act
Mm-hmm.
is based on our thinking, and our
Mm-hmm.
thinking is influenced by those myths that
Mm-hmm.
says that no, why do you waste time wanting to be rich, because it's not going to
Mm-mm-mm.
happen to you,
Yes.
because it's only certain types of people that are going to become rich.
Mm-hmm.
Or why
Mm-hmm.
do you want to become rich, because if you become rich you are going to be nasty.
Oh,
And
yes.
those are some of the things that actually allows us
Mm-hmm.
from developing a healthy relationship with money,
Mm-hmm.
because we often see money as something that's destructive.
Mm.
We
Like it's a
often
taboo
it's
topic.
a taboo topic. It's
Mm-mm-mm.
destructive. It's gonna change my attitude. I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna become selfish.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be mean.
Mm-hmm.
We never quite understand that
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
actually a lot of people who have got money are
Yes.
doing a lot of very good things.
Mm-hmm.
All those people who are donating
Mm-hmm.
funds
Yes, yes.
are doing it because they are wealthy and
Mm-hmm.
because they have managed their money well.
Yes, they have the
So we
means.
shouldn't really be believing those myths. And one
Mm-hmm.
of the things that we try to encourage people to do
Mm-hmm.
is to identify those myths that we have, those beliefs that we have that
Mm-hmm.
are not based on fact,
Mm-hmm.
and turn those beliefs around instead of
Mm-hmm.
thinking about money as a
Mm-hmm.
source of evil.
Mm-hmm.
They don't say money is evil.
Mm-hmm.
They say love of money is the root.
Mm.
Yeah, love
Mm.
of money. They say, they don't say money is evil.
Mm-hmm.
When we take $10,000 and put it on table,
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't do any harm
Mm-hmm.
to anybody.
Because it's a tool.
It's a tool.
Mm.
It's not the money itself is not a problem.
Yes.
But we have been made to believe that
Mm-hmm.
money is evil, that
Mm-hmm.
having money turns us into something other than we are. We believe those. But
Mm-hmm.
what we want to do and what we mention here a little bit
Mm-hmm.
is that no, no, no. Let's not always believe myths. Let's look at what is
The
behind these
reality.
myths
Mm-hmm.
and change these myths,
Yes.
turn our attitude to money
Mm-hmm.
positive towards money. And
Mm-hmm.
that will help us to think about money as
Mm-hmm.
some useful tool that
Yes.
can help us to make a lot of difference in our
Mm.
lives and in our
Mm. Mm.
societies.
I like that. I
Mm,
like that.
mm.
So, how can one track? Because going through the book, there's also a system that you have basically developed for tracking one's finances. So, how can we go about doing this?
Yeah, so
And why
let's,
should we do it?
that's right.
Yeah.
Now let's first talk about money tracking, what it is.
Yes, yes.
Now, lots of times I ask people,
Mm-hmm.
last Thursday, how
Yes.
much did you spend?
Mm-mm-mm.
And invariably, people won't know how much they spent last Thursday or last Monday. And
Yes.
the reason why we don't know how much money you've spent is
Mm-hmm.
we don't track it. And
Mm-hmm.
how do we track
Mm-hmm.
money? Lots of people think that it's only people who are stingy that do that.
Mm.
You write down what you spend
Mm.
in a booklet.
Mm-hmm.
If you have a notebook
Mm-hmm.
like this,
Mm-hmm.
small one that maybe fits into your pocket.
Mm-hmm.
You write down what you spend on any one day. You keep
Mm-hmm.
it with yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You go back home. You put it in your Excel sheet.
Mm-hmm.
And every day you have got things that you entries that you put in your Excel sheet. At the end of the
Mm-hmm.
week, you can see what you have bought and what
Mm.
payments you have made with your
But
money.
now, while you're on that,
Yeah.
somebody might say, but I have no computer literacy. I don't know how Excel spreadsheet works. Because even some people that are computer literate,
Mm.
I have noticed that Excel spreadsheet gives them headaches.
Yeah.
It's a nightmare.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, if Excel is difficult, you
Mm-mm.
make a little table.
Okay.
You have been writing these things down,
Mm-hmm.
and we put a little table, and on
Mm-mm-mm.
that table we have written down at the end of the week how much money we have spent. So we
Mm-hmm.
know week one we have spent this much money.
All right.
Week two we have spent this much
So
money.
one doesn't need to
Uh,
be like an accountant or
no, you
anything to
don't
do
have to be
this.
an
Oh,
accountant.
okay.
You can just do it in your
Mm-hmm.
notebook. You can just get a sheet of paper that you put in a file and you
Interesting.
just write down.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how you check what you
Mm-hmm.
do. and why is it necessary. That actually helps you when you track where you spend your money. Uh, then at the end of any given period, maybe after 4 weeks, if you want to see where your money goes, you go there and you can see, okay, this is how much we spend on restaurants, this is how much we spend on groceries, this is how much we spend on petrol, on water. Lots of times people don't actually know how much they spend on different things. And then there is another topic that we are going to talk about, budgeting, and you will
Yes,
see the
yes.
relationship between how important it is to track money. Because when we then talk about the next thing, then you will see, but tracking is important. It just gives you an idea of where your money goes.
So in simple terms, it's like you are following
Yes,
where your money is going.
goes. Yes.
Okay.
That way you exactly know where your money goes. And if you want to make adjustments, then you say, okay, I spent this much money on petrol this month. Did I really want to spend that much? Then you can make an adjustment because you know where your money has gone.
Yes, because some might say that we are, this is a system that we found. You get paid, and your money immediately, the moment you get paid, the money is going out. Because I've noticed on multiple occasions for a lot of people, they will complain on payday that payday is the worst day for a lot of people, because they say the moment the money comes in, the money is going out. Because, like, looking at, for example, in our setup, we are in Africa, in Namibia, there's this thing, this terminology that we have now coined. I don't know whether it's official or unofficial, but we refer to it as black tax. So, in terms of now money tracking, where exactly, or how would you classify this black tax? Yeah.
Now, black tax, we have got to define it. Black tax
Yeah.
essentially is the money that you use to help your family, your brothers and sisters. If you are an
Mhm.
older sibling,
Yes,
you
yes,
have
yes.
got responsibilities to pay for your brothers and sisters and maybe those ones close to you.
Yes, yes, yes.
Now, even if you write down that the amounts that you're spending, at least you know how much you have given to which sibling, whether they pay it back or not, is that's irrelevant. But
Yes,
at
yes, yes.
least you know that of the money that you have, this much has gone to your sister, this much has gone to your uncle, this much has gone to somebody else. And now what happens is when we come to budgeting, I will again explain how black tax can be budgeted also, so that now at least now you know who you are giving how much. You write down those things, and then you track them, you follow that. When we track things, we can control them. When we track things, we have a good idea of where our money goes. And essentially, payday is a wonderful day for me. I'm
Okay.
not very nervous on payday.
Yes.
I now have control because the thing is on payday. I can say this goes there, this goes there. Mr. Foshini, Mr. Edgar, and Mr. Whichever are not always in control of my money, because now I have decided I am the one who tells Mr. Foshini how much he's going to take. I don't know if Mr. Foshini and Mr. Edgar,
Okay.
but if I had them, I was going to be the one that was going to decide even how I dictate the money. Money go there, money go there, money go. Because that also helps us that we have money left at the end of the month rather than a lot of months left at the end of our money.
Nice, nice. All right, so that's a good way to roll us into budgeting now, because you said money should not give you a headache. When it's payday, you should be celebrating. So tell us about budgeting. How can we budget our finances? And what is budgeting, by the way?
Yeah, budgeting is allocating money to different things that you need, different things that are going to be paid for. That's budgeting.
Okay.
But the interesting thing about budgeting is that lots of times when we draw a budget, we draw the numbers from the air. We ask, honey, how much do you think we spend on groceries? Is it 2,000, 1,800? Let's say 2,200.
Yes, yes, yes.
How much do you spend on petrol? I don't know. Put 2,300. Now, remember, we have just struck money, so we have got a notepad with all our spending from last month. Now we classify those things. We say, okay, there are those things that you're always going to pay for: rent, child care, those things that don't change. We are going to pay for all of those things. Yeah, fixed income. We are going to pay for those. And there are other monies that we have. But because we have recorded them in the past, all that we do is we go to the notebook and
Mm-hmm.
we look and we say, okay,
Mm-hmm.
this is how much we spent on food. This is how much we spent on petrol. This is
Mm-hmm.
how much we spent on groceries.
Mm-hmm.
This is how much we spent on each of the things that we spent on. And
Mm-hmm.
now we put those numbers on our table in a
Mm-hmm.
budget.
Okay.
And also, what it then gives us,
Mm-hmm.
it gives us an opportunity to tell ourselves, do
Mm-hmm.
we really want to spend this much money on food?
Mm-hmm.
And it's at this point
Mm-hmm.
that we also allocate a little bit of
Mm-hmm.
money
Mm-hmm.
just in case a nephew, a cousin, an
Mm-hmm.
uncle is
Mm-hmm.
going to make his way to us. That
Mm-hmm.
way, we have got a little bit of a cushion
Mm-hmm.
that we have so
So
that
even if they don't ask, we
yeah,
should just have that
there,
cushion.
that cushion
Okay.
is there so
Mm-hmm.
that when people come unexpectedly, we don't get surprised
Mm-hmm.
and now go into monies that we didn't allocate for that. So
Mm-hmm.
even the black text can be
Mm-hmm.
budgeted, provided we
Mm-hmm.
generally work out how much do I spend on helping
Mm-hmm.
different people. So
Mm-hmm.
budgeting then is based on facts
Mm-hmm.
of our last month experience.
Yes,
And
yes.
over time, we always
Mm-hmm.
check,
Mm-hmm.
track the money,
Mm-hmm.
we check where it is going,
Mm-hmm.
then throw up a budget
Mm-hmm.
that's going to tell you exactly based on what you have done rather
Mm-hmm.
than getting those things from your head. So
Mm-hmm.
that type of budget is much better than drawing numbers
Just
from your head,
random numbers.
random
Okay,
numbers.
so when we are talking about budgeting here,
Mm,
we should focus on the income that we have
yes,
that has come in.
yes,
We shouldn't look at income that we can potentially borrow
yeah,
because I've seen that sometimes we also budget. You know, like when you are a working class person, you have access to so much credit.
mm,
Either you can go get credit maybe for furniture, for clothing, for for anything like we have personal loans. Should we also be budgeting to say like I budget, I'm going to go get 100,000, for example, which is technically not my money. Should that also be part of the budget?
don't ever budget for money that you don't have.
Mm-hmm.
But if you have gotten a loan, for instance,
Yes.
now that you have that loan, now that you have the loan and the
Mm-hmm.
money is in your account,
Yes.
even though that money is negative money,
Mm-hmm.
now budgeting that loan actually helps you to use it properly. But
Mm-hmm.
don't ever budget anything that is not in the system. Don't
Mm-hmm.
budget before the money comes.
Mm-hmm.
If it should happen,
Mm-hmm.
as it often happens, that
Mm-hmm.
you are going to get a loan,
Yes. Yes.
then once you have the loan, you can say, okay, I have covered all these things.
Mm-hmm.
From this one, this
Mm-hmm.
is how I want to spend the loan. Now
Mm-hmm.
that is now budgeting the loan, but
Mm-hmm.
after the
Mm-hmm.
money is in your account.
Mm-hmm.
For instance, you are gonna travel abroad and stuff like that, and
Mm-hmm.
you have that money, but
Mm-hmm.
that's money that has come as loan. You have got to responsibly now
Mm-hmm.
spend that money that
Mm-hmm.
you have gotten as a loan, so that when people ask you to account, you can show that this is where the loan has gone. It's
Mm-hmm.
no good for people to go and get the loan
Mm-hmm.
for the furniture,
Mm-hmm.
and then the thing is that there is no furniture to show for. So it's
Mm-hmm.
very important.
Mm-hmm.
In the first instance, don't budget
Mm-hmm.
what money that you don't have,
Mm-hmm.
but should the money come,
Mm-hmm.
budget. And also the bonuses that come,
The
please
13th
budget them
check.
also. 13th
Yeah.
check, budget them also,
Mm-hmm.
so that you can see exactly how you are using those monies.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. Interesting. So, in your book, you also talk about ways of earning extra money, or you are basically encouraging people to earn extra money. You even went as far as giving a biblical example of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, having been